Hey, all my sirs and furs friends out there. I'm in sunny Florida. You're probably going to hear the wind chimes as we're going through and doing this little video. But I want to talk to you a little bit about whether you just started with the government, whether you've been with the government for many years, or whether you're already retired. You know, there are 5 things that we like to talk about as a planning group when we talk to our government employees. And that's not just about the government benefits that you have. Those are super, super important. You work for the largest employer in the entire United States, and you've got some fantastic benefits. There are some real gold nuggets there. There are some things that you probably could do a little bit better on out in the private sector. And so we definitely like to have those conversations. We do that a lot of times through our training programs. And so you could always link up with us, figure out what our next training program is, and plug right into that. And I would highly recommend that, again, no matter how far you are with the government, I would do that sooner than later because it's really great to understand the benefits that you have offered to you and be able to access those and use those as you are employed or as you're thinking about going into retirement. So again, no matter where you're at, it's always great to go through and get that report actually done for you. But it's just going to talk about the programs that you have through the government. So let me explain the 5 areas that we really work the best on or work the most on within retirement. Number 1 is income. If you listen to any of these type of videos or gone to any of the training programs for the government, they talk about that 3-legged stool, right? Having that income from your pension, your Social Security benefits, and then being able to pull some investments or income off of your TSP. And that is super strong and important. And that is the income portion of what we work with. But with that income portion, what you want to go through and do is figure out roughly what your monthly expenses are and create some type of a budget. Now, obviously, that's going to change as the years go on, so we always keep reviewing it and revamping it. But we want to see how much income it takes to cover your expenses, and do you have more expenses than you have income, right? Because if you have a shortfall, that's where some other type of income is going to have to come in play, whether it be the Social Security benefits now step up, or whether it be the fact that you're going to take money from like your TSP or some other investment that maybe you have. Well, one of the things that we see is that a lot of times people work with just their own personal numbers and they don't take their spouse's information into play, or maybe inheritance, or if there's other income that they're going to have. We have a lot of government employees that go through and retire and leave, and then become independent contractors or start their own business. They always have some source of income coming in. So we need to look at that whole source of income minus expenses to see if you have a shortfall. If you have a shortfall, then where are we going to get that income from, right? So we normally then go to the investments. The investments are super, super important. So that's the second part of what we do. And we want to make sure that you're not taking too much risk for the reward. Now, when I say that, most people think about being super risky and taking challenges and, really stepping out on the ledge. And that's not always the case. It could be the fact that maybe you have your money in the G fund. Maybe you have your money just in money market accounts or checking and savings, and you're not earning any interest. Well, that's a risk too, because that risk would not allow you to keep up with inflation, which means that you're actually falling behind. So that's a risk versus a reward. So we always want to look at what are the risks versus the rewards, and we take the time to really educate you on what the stock market is and how it works, and the opportunities that you have through work to get your match contributions to TSP. Now that's for first. Sirs, obviously you can't get match contributions because your pension's a little bit higher, but you still should participate in those different areas because the IRS allows you some great opportunities of utilizing the Roth versus the traditional TSP, and you really should understand how that works. Your spouse may also have some type of opportunity through work in their 401k, so it's really great to bring this knowledge together and make sure that you guys are saving in the right areas, the right vehicles to get the most for your return, right? The third area that we go into is going to be taxes. And that's one of the ones I'm pretty much the most passionate about because I don't want anybody to pay any unnecessary tax. We obviously are going to pay the tax that we owe. Never going to try and get around that. There's no gray areas, right? It's total black and white, but there are areas that you don't have to necessarily pay taxes on. And those I consider unnecessary tax. And I see it all the time that people are falling into those different areas. So we want to take a look at taxes not only while we're working, but as we're going through retirement, again, just to make sure we don't pay any unnecessary tax. If those 3 areas are done right, it leads us into our 4th area, which is longevity. We want to make sure that we don't run out of money before we run out of time, right? Now, I have a lot of people say, well, I'm going to spend everything I have before I die. And that's a great theory. I have other people say, I want to leave as much as I possibly can to my beneficiaries, to my kids. Okay, I'm good with that too. Whatever the case may be, what we don't want to do is run out of money before we run out of time and we go through and lose our independence and have to now depend upon our kids, whereas most people would like to give to them rather than pull from them or from a church or from whatever entity it might be, right? So we don't want to run out of money before we run out of time, and we consider that our final destination as we're doing our flight planning. Now, prior to that, you may have different things that you want to do, which is great. We consider that our dreams. And so as we're doing all these different dreams, the things that we want to do, the things that we want to give or donate to, we want to put that into the plan as different offshoot, different destinations, and make sure that it's not going to affect the final destination. If we've done all of these areas properly, it's going to lead us into our last and fifth area, which is estate planning. Now, a lot of people think that estate planning is really for the wealthy, and it's truly not. It's for everybody who wants to leave something to either an entity or somebody that they really care or love. And I think that most of the time people would really rather that money go to the entity that they love or the people they care about rather than through probate or to the IRS. So again, unnecessary tax, dealing with unnecessary legal situations is what creates the estate planning. And so we like to do all 5 areas in one setting. Now, obviously, if you are SIRS or FERS, we want to go through and pull that report so we can see all the benefits that you have. We want to see all the areas that you have opportunity, but then we want to go through and plug them into these 5 areas of planning. And it's just not done one time. With our clients, we plan all the time. So we actually like to stay in touch like every 3 months, if not at least 6 months. I don't really usually do a year. It's too long of a period of time to span out. So we really like to stay in touch with the planning and update things as you have changes in your life. We change the plan and just see if the final destination is going to alter. Now, I like to tell people we are the number side of things. We're going to always do the calculations and come back with the actual facts of the numbers. You handle the emotions. That's not us. It's not going to affect my life, how you spend your money. It's yours. It's for you to live, enjoy, and have fun with. We're going to bring the facts. We're going to bring the oh gotchas. And then you have to emotionally decide whether you want to deal with it or how you want to deal with it. And we'll help you through that entire way and pathway as we move on through life. I hope this has been helpful, and I'd love to talk with you. If you'd like to reach out to us, you can reach us several different ways. You can call us at the office, which is 561-229-0009, or you can contact us and make an appointment through landinggroup.com, our website. Just click on there and set an appointment with us. Love to talk to you. Love to share your report with you. Contact us if you want to get into one of our next classes to learn a little bit more about your government benefits. Whatever we can do for you, we're here.